Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and we are going to rock and roll. So, let's have a good time. Hello, Avril Cadabra, Orocco Alex, Orocco Lex, Benna, what up? Only US exists. Hey, I see that Haza is also in the free room. Hey, Jonathan, Cirrus, Rez, Fisher, what up? Welcome everybody. Oh, he's asleep? Is he having a nap? Yeah, fair enough. Well, if he is, he can join me whenever he wishes. I'm not doing anything important today, but I must test out super cool Kyber rounds. Okay, let's log in. Yeah, of course you can, Mad Max. Shot focus is just a small enhancement, my guy. It's the last thing you'll need on the build. The rest is much more important. So if you don't have it yet, you don't need it. You can always substitute something else. I usually put in, excuse me, shot focus last. Anyway, I've got super cool Kyber rounds in here. I've squeezed it in. Now I've done the tweeting, I've done the posting, everything's ready. Okay, good. Now let's go set up a spreadsheet. Excuse me. Okay. Hey Track, how's it going? Cirrus the Virus, those builds are absolutely useless. Unless the character itself requires it, because look, if you wanna believe the people that are posting these builds, you can go try them for yourself. It's really up to you. But quite frankly, they only benefit characters that did not have crit to begin with. So I may update some builds, but they're not on the menu right now because, for example, on Hailey, how you gonna change any of the builds? Because realistically, she gets nearly 100% crit rate, and crit is a multiplier. So, like I said, if you want to believe the content that's being pumped out there, you can check it for yourself. You can try it for yourself. I have seen it for myself, and literally, unless the character does not have any crits in the first place, there is no point in running any one of those builds, because you are not going to achieve the results that you want. Now, like I said, that's just me speaking genuinely to you, but it's up to you. I think it's best if you try it for yourself, and then you can try it anything that they have in comparison to my Hailey sniper build, and you will see why it's completely ineffective to go for non-crit. On some characters, it's okay. For example, Freyna, I am working on her bossing build, but realistically speaking, you guys have to be aware that this whole no crit fever is just silly. You can't just apply it on every single character. And certainly it's going to be useless on on a lot of characters because they are dependent on their crits in the first place. So please be aware that you can't just randomly throw them on. But I want you to try for yourself. You should try for yourself, right? See how it feels on the character. Go try it and then go try and do all the activities that you would normally do. Then you can compare it to the builds that I have already published and you can see the difference for yourself. It's better if I, you know, like rather than just me telling you straight to your face, hey, you know, this feels better. You should try it for yourself. Because I can guarantee you that the results that you'll obtain from running my stuff is way better. The only one that might even change is Bunny, but she's really not a priority right now because the old build still works. Kyle is another one, but these are the ones that I don't really play. The only one that might change is Bunny, yeah. But I would tell you that unless the character does not already have a base critical, which for most of the ones that I have published, they already do, it's really not worth it. But yeah, okay, fair enough. Bunny does benefit, but I'm gonna say try these builds for yourself because they're not a one size fits all. Okay, be very careful when you're just trying to slam them on everything because it's not going to work that way. And you will not get the results that you desire. So be very careful. Okay. I mean, you should squeeze out every bit of damage, yes. For Kyle, at least, it'll be like practically a doubling up. So I can foresee how much that is worth. For Hailey, definitely not. And for Bunny, it's okay because Bunny has a low innate crit rate. Excuse me. Your burst damage will go down, but your sustained damage will go up. So that one's a mixed bag. I haven't really had the desire to change it because the results are similar-ish. But I can say that Bunny does benefit. She does benefit. I'm just not reworking her build now. I will down the line because it's not a priority. Give me a sec. I've got to set up the spreadsheet first. I can probably squeeze it in for most builds, but I'd have to recatalyze a lot of the stuff. And no problem, Sarahs. Like I said, there's a lot of people that right now, they are very desperate. They want to come up with builds before I do because everybody and their grandmother's already using an Asian robot build. So the people who are coming up with these so-called new builds are extremely desperate to corner the market right now. So they're just throwing them out there. And a lot of them are pushing the ideology that you can do whatever and, you know, be better than what Robot has on offer. But that's not the way that we should do our testing. You know, you have to really go through the spreadsheets. You have to really go through the tests. And in fact, that's exactly what's happening tonight. A lot of people have been asking me, when are you going to test Hailey's super cool Kyber round? The answer is right now. I'm actually going to finally test it today. And, you know, I'm going to roll that. And we're going to get a thorough test, and I'm going to show you how we do testing. Because again, there are many ways to do things. There are many ways to do things, but we don't want to just go all in and say, oh, this is great, that's great. How are we actually going to do that? How are we actually going to determine what is great? That's what we're going to do. Viesa, not right now, because she's very underpowered. I mean, look. A lot of people think she's cool. I will say, look, she's not that good. I may look into her at some later point in time, but right now she's not on the menu. I can 100% confirm with you she is not on the menu. And that's through no fault of her own. It's just that Viessa is unsuitable as a character right now because she's so dependent on crits, but her crit stats suck. That's her biggest issue right now.
Objective confirmed. Need to recharge my shield.
Her skills are fun to use, but unfortunately, you know, considering what's optimal, I can't work on her right now. $22,977. I'm just gonna go roughly, yeah. Okay. About 5 million damage per shot. No, you don't, Cassius. There's no need to play as a particular character to get a module. It's just up to luck and chance whether it drops. Good morning, Tariq. The new Hailey module trades firearm attack for weak spot damage, so basically a lower base damage but higher multiplier. I'm seeing if it's worth it. Also reduces fire rate, but that is irrelevant. But we shall see how it actually goes, because at the end of the day, the best way is just to test, step by step. Yeah, wait until the next arrival, 21. Ultimate Freyna, is there a higher chance to get her stabilizer blueprint? There is one where the normal mode is like 15%, but as far as I know, I just went for the 6% chances because it's just luck and chance, dude. I think the amorphous for getting the 15%, I can't even remember which piece, but I got them all in one night using the 6% chances. Because I just go in, get the amorphous, and then just blast as many as I can. One thing you want to avoid is overthinking.
Selecting objective.
Dead Bride is 3 shots. Okay, wow. Jeez Louise, that was hardcore. Calm down, Hailey, calm down. Okay then. Let's see the results. Three ones for 9. And gotta do the math. There we go. Yeah, you might not get the RNG. Listen, for all of Ultimate Freyna, just go for the 6%. Don't ever think about doing anything that's not in hard mode. You see, because for any Ultimate Freyna farm, I'll tell you straight up, the easiest way is always just go for double amorphous drops in the infiltration missions, which you should be able to do if you're ready for Ultimate Freyna. If you do not already have an endgame character that's ready to farm, you're not ready for Ultimate Freyna. Get your bunny up to speed, then use your bunny to get double amorphous drops every single time. Just crack them open at the bosses, you'll be fine.
Do you need information about the club?
It was bait, and that's how it's designed. Excuse me. Because they know for a fact that a lot of people are going to fall for the bait. However, some people have managed to get good results. I won't say they haven't. So it's not like people are completely unable to get good results with this methodology. So some people have gone for the 15% instead. How to get high defense? You don't need defense. In this game, nobody uses defense. I forgot about Devourer. I keep forgetting you don't need to go all the way to that other side. That is because you are a nerd. You must always know when your Lord and Savior is live, man. If you don't, you will be the uncool kid. Yeah, I get Contagion all the time, but either way, it's luck and chance. Indeed, Arako. I haven't gotten all the new mods yet. So, since I haven't gotten Toxic Mixture yet, you must suffer greatly. Only when you suffer greatly and bang your head on the ground hard enough to bleed for the robot, that's when you'll get it. So suffer eternally. Either that or I must get my Toxic Mixture first. Then you'll get your Contagion.
You're going to feel a little...
Only those who bleed for my sake deserve good mods. Yes, indeed. You disgusting heap of flesh. Okay, let's have a look at this again. Still round about the same. I wonder if there is a limit. Interesting. That is definitely interesting. Okay, back to Albion. Yes, indeed, Jonathan. Eternally cursed. Nice job, Leon. Congrats on getting your ult with Freyna this morning. That's really good. One day I'll get Toxic Mixture. I'm sure it's in the cards at some point.
Are you ready to undertake a Void Intercept battle assignment?
Almost went into normal mode there. Somebody just sent a comment saying first time on stream. I'm like, this is not live. What are they doing? That is not the live stream. People amuse me. I hope they figure out that this is the one.
Over limit freeze.
It's still 3 shots on Pyro. $22. I am sensing a pattern here. Of course Nightbot's a bot. I did get her in one night. But I was very lucky. I still haven't gotten her Toxic Mixture though. I really do want that mod. If I can get that, I'll be happy. In the meantime, ladies and gents, if you haven't yet registered me as your creator, please make sure you do so. Nightbot has put up the link, so make sure that you register me as a creator, alright? And Orako, the next time you say something weird, I will grab you by the scruff of your neck and put you in the doghouse, alright? Weirdos are not permitted here. Here, only the most sensible, strong-minded individuals are allowed. No problem, Jonathan. I'll see you later. So if you behave weirdly, alright, remember, grabbed by the scruff of your neck and yeeted out of here. So speak to me again, and I will destroy you. Everything that you say is weird. So you are not allowed to speak to me, ever. For the rest of your life. And maybe even tomorrow. So never speak to me again. Everybody shame this man for existing. Until you realize that you are a filthy weirdo who cannot be allowed to talk to me. Especially that whole thing by talking to Nightbot. Who does that? Nobody on the planet does that. Weirdo. Shun this man. Shun him. Hey Foxy, how's it going? Today we are shunning somebody.
You're going to feel a little chilly.
Yeah. Tenor dude always with the bells right there.
Setting objective.
High accuracy bells. By the way, I'm joking, of course, Arako. But we must always shame the weirdos, because you guys are fun. You guys are the best ones to bully. Okay, we just did 5 shots right there. No, you are 100% being bullied. Absolutely. I mean, yes, you are 100% being bullied by the only creator that you follow in the game, but yes. Yes, this is what we do. Okay, so let's see what our results are. 31.4 million. So we have Swamp Walker, 5 shots fired, 31.4 million. So we roughly have a guesstimate of this. Okay, now we're going to do the whole thing, but without super cool Kyber rounds, and we're gonna collect the results. You were bullied plenty in high school? Bro, that means you need to be bullied even more. Good! This is the way. Alright, this is the way. Remember, if you haven't been bullied enough yet, it means that you require even more. Brother. And rename. No, I don't think he is. But if he was, that would be super weird, but I don't think he is. Is that so? Good. Let this be your welcome to our community. You must suffer greatly. This is our way. Hey, Tuck. Alright. Now, let's repeat the test. Without super cool Kyber rounds, we'll start comparing results. Hello, Hebo. Okay, we really don't need this. RNG in every game is suffering, friendo. That is the point. The point of RNG is to make a man suffer. So now we take off super cool Kyber rounds. So let's compare the results. In we go. We're gonna do the same 5 bosses, and we're gonna test. Well, that's what we're here today to find out. Hey, higher up, if we find out that it's good, I mean, look, preliminary testing would show that it's actually pretty good. The reduction in firearm attacks sucks, but the multipliers are higher if you can hit your shots. So, from a preliminary standpoint, it's looking good. But from a realistic standpoint, you know, might be a whole different situation. Mobile app sucks for chatting? Yes, it does. Unfortunately. Okay, so first one is 3 shots. Total damage 21 30. Higher average damage. Now let's check out Dead Bride. Destroy the mobile. Lol. Well, higher up, the fact of the matter is YouTube lives pay better, so that's why I'm here. A lot of people say Twitch is better, but look, Twitch is doggy doo-doo. And look, do you want me to be that guy with fake viewership? I mean, I could have over 1,000 viewers and like half of them are bots, but I don't really think you guys want that, right? I'd rather have a community of just 100 here on YouTube. I firmly believe that YouTube lives are actually better. Their mobile app does need work, but the YouTube lives, in my personal opinion, are way better than the Twitch lives, at least from what I've seen. Plus, YouTube actually pays. And MX Rapid, no. When you break a weak point, the boss is going to take the same damage. It doesn't suddenly give you more damage. So don't know where you heard that, but no. When you hit a weak point and break it, it's still a weak point. Just that it's exposed rather than covered. Well, there's no such thing as YouTube drops, tenor dude, so every game has to do Twitch drops, unfortunately, to survive. So I don't fault them for that. But I do think that Twitch is just not good as a platform. Like I said, I'd only go over there if they were to offer me 4 times my current salary. Then I'd say, okay, maybe. .23 081 with 4 shots fired. You know what? The results might just be that we achieve roughly the same thing. Agreed, tenor dude. Good job, Eric. Well done. I'm doing the testing tonight to see how things go.
Have you completed preparations?
What's on the agenda today? Testing, testing, testing. I need to know. I need to know things, so that is exactly what I'm doing. I need to understand whether or not super cooled Kyber rounds is worth it. But so far, yeah, I have to say, it does seem like it's kind of up in the air. Like I'm not seeing a lot of variation or variance, you know? Excuse me. Let's have a look, see. 3 shots, 16,718.
I am analyzing the void paradox.
Okay, on to Pyromaniac. Nothing wrong with that, Foxy. If you're starting to build up your Enzo, I would say you should probably go for cooldowns and survival first. Get half of your survival mods done. HP, overwhelming, then 1 shield mod. Then go for your cooldowns, all the rest. Then after that, finish out the rest of your HP and shot focuses last. That's what I would do anyway. Oh, I forgot my position. It's not gonna go well.
Selecting objective.
Had to wait till I got it full. Okay, 3 shots. Well, they've certainly made things a lot more fun. Hello, Mighty. 23274. I'm gonna redo that just because I want to be sure. Because I did get 3 shots previously. It's roughly about the same. One more time is always a corrupting influence, isn't it? Alright, let's go. That's how it goes. Contagion's pretty easy to get, like I said. Only thing I'm missing is Toxic Mixture. It is eluding me. I'm sure I'll get it eventually. There's 3 shots. Excuse me. My cough annoys me so much. Well, that's because the weather keeps going up and down. Yeah, okay, this time I did like 30 million, damn. Alright. 30... 0. So far, on average, with the exception of Dead Bride, because I think I didn't crit, the overall results have been that without super cool Kyber round, I'm actually hitting for more damage here, which is really, really odd. I don't know what to make of this. Honest to God, it's strange. It's very strange. We require more testing, unfortunately. This is odd. No, it is built already into a weak point, my friend. You should know that my testing is perfected.
Are you ready to undertake a void?
But unfortunately, no matter what you do, right, you're reducing your base for a higher multiplier, but reducing your base doesn't always go well. You shouldn't be scared. Just, dude, Hailey's not gonna get an ultimate for a long time. Of course, Arako, and the next time you suggest anything to me, I will have your head. Never, ever suggest anything to me. I'll chop your head off. Now, where was I? Right. So, this whole thing is that you're increasing your multiplier but reducing your base, but I don't feel that's overall good. So, it's not giving the exact results that I wanted. I'm actually getting higher results without it. Because as much as the weak point is, like, you can build into weak point as a multiplier, it may not actually give you good results. So 1, 2, this thing already collapsed on 2, then 3. Okay, miss 1. But if I don't miss 1, then it's 5 shots. I have to redo the Swamp Walker test. I'm gonna restart that one because this one was a fall. There was a fall shot there, which should not have come in. It should have been 5 shots, just like the other one. I think I'll have to test on Obstructor. How to level up your character fast. Most people just do infiltrations. But if you're new, first you follow the ultimate F2P survival guide. Don't worry about leveling up your character until you're in hard mode. Once you're in hard mode, people just get their ultimate bunny first, then that's the one that they level up fast. If you're trying to level up your character but you're new to the game, you're playing the game wrong. And you will be screwing yourself over. Focus on following the ultimate F2P survival guide until you get to hard mode. Okay. Oh, no, you bombarded me there. 2. Okay, so it is 5. Okay. Despite unfortunate circumstances, we still actually got a semi-decent result there. Okay. So we hit 5 shots for about 31 mil. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm gonna record the results, then I'll catch up with chat. 31091. Roughly the same results. Yep, we are gonna have to check Obstructor because I can't. Yep, this is not exact enough. Nope. Okay. I have all things already for Freyna. My entire Freyna is done. In fact, her mobbing build. In fact, she's already fully catalyzed. I'll have her mobbing build out for you guys tomorrow. I have the Amorphous, but I have everything I need, dude. I'm only interested in testing numbers today. And the mega dungeons? No, there's no news. If there's news, I would tell you. So one thing you'll learn very quickly, Orako, is that as soon as I get news, I publish it. So yeah. And of course, I have this build on YouTube. I think you're new to the channel, Ultra Instinct, because if you're new to the channel, anything that I use is gonna be in the playlist. So make sure you're always watching all the videos in the playlist. If you haven't watched all the videos in the playlist yet, then that's your first thing to do. There's my playlist. Go there. Also, Nightbot has put up the link to register me as your creator. If you haven't registered me as your creator yet, you need to do that right now. The more people that actually register and support me, the better. Because more supporters means I can do more for you guys. If you guys don't take 2 minutes to hit the support button, hit that link, register me as your creator, then there's less that I can do for you. So please remember, if you want me to carry on making this kind of content for you guys, if you want my builds, you know, you want the top stuff that I do, please make sure you have registered as a supporter. It is crucial. All right, I'm counting on you guys. Hit that link. It's 2 minutes. Off you go. Well, that's up to you, Ultra Instinct. If you've already registered another creator, then you should follow them. If you're trying to follow 2 creators at once, no. That's a no-no because I don't want to be poaching people from other people. So if you have another creator that you're supporting, you should be at their streams, you should be at their content. There is no such thing as supporting multiples. You have to pick one. And although you can register multiple, it's not recommended. It's really up to you, but I do not recommend doing that because it can cause drama and things like that. So if you support somebody else, you should go there to their streams, ask them questions instead. I'm sorry, sir, but you shouldn't be here. I would suggest following them if you have already picked them as your creator, because otherwise it looks like I'm poaching people, and that's a no-no. As a professional, I cannot do that. Nice, Machiavelli. I hope you enjoy Hailey.
Have you completed preparations?
Yes, don't forget to like. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you. Look, I'll just say one thing, Krillin. You should just choose one creator and go with that. Like, you can still watch other creators and stuff if you want to, but at the end of the day, who you pick to support, you should stick with one. That's my honest advice to you. Because otherwise, it gets mixed up and muddled, and I just don't want that. So, again, I'm sorry, but if you've already picked somebody else, then you should go there and you should support them. If you're still shopping around or you haven't decided yet, don't decide early. In future, you should always choose the creator that is the most useful to you. So, again, if you've already picked somebody else, I'm sorry, but again, I just do not want that smoke. I do not want that drama. It causes problems. So, stick with them. You go with them. All right, those who want to follow me, please make sure you register me, and off you go. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But again, if you've already made it known that you support somebody else, that's your choice. But you know, you gotta be very careful with that, because I have a strict drama avoidance policy here. So that's what makes me different from others. Some people might not agree with that, but I just want to stay out of any problems.
A little chilly. Setting objective.
Darn, I can't see his shoulder. There we go. Six shots. For about 29. It's just the safest way, Rocco. Because I tell you, the last thing I want is some messy situation where some dude's like, oh, you know, you're touching my people and stuff like that. I don't need that drama. It just gets annoying. Obstructor would be a good comparison. I'm gonna do it again. I want to know. The only thing that I'll say about that, anyone Sosa, is that that's quite slow, because block hyper mining, depending on how fast you run it, you may not get all that much XP. You can actually, because if you're 400% mission, just saying it's about like 500, it's like 5 to 6 minutes, you'll actually finish faster just doing 6 400% runs, and you'll be all good. Thank you, Rocco, I appreciate that. And thank you for choosing me. We're testing Hailey's Transcendent mod, Foxy Kim. Super cool Kyber rounds. So this is Hailey's new Transcendent mod, and I think that it's going to be a very interesting one. No problem, Joe. I try to be the best for the people. I try to work out things as best I can. Of course, I don't know everything, but I try. You know it, Rocco. People come to be bullied. That is their whole purpose, my friend. If you're not coming to be bullied, are you really at a robot stream? You gotta think for yourself. Okay, there was one extra shot at the end, but that was from my normal gun. So 7 shots, what kind of damage are we looking at? Without super cooled. 31.5. Okay. Ooh. Close that. Copy, paste. Yeah, okay, the average is still roughly the same. Now we're gonna include super cooled. So we head back to town first. We'll include super cooled, and we'll test it out at Obstructor again. Lol, Oraco. Hello, Joe. How's it going? And facts you shall get. Okay, now we've equipped super cool Kyber rounds. We're gonna do Obstructor again, and we're gonna see if there's any difference. Okay, let's see what we can do.
The space-time fabric of the void is extremely illogical.
Obstructor, there he is. Okay. Here we go again. We'll do 2 runs. We'll see if we can find a determinate difference between the two. And if we can, then maybe we can prove that one is truly better than the other. But I think the results are actually going to be quite close. And yes, farming for gold is most important. Well, Mighty, the first thing you should use your energy activator on is your ultimate bunny once you get her. So what I would recommend is first you got to get to hard mode. Once you get to hard mode, you should already have your Sharon and Enzo. Once you've got Sharon and Enzo, your main job, your main role is to go and farm your ultimate bunny. Then use your energy activator on her. That way you have an excellent farmer. After that, you can farm whatever you wish, but get your ultimate bunny all done up and you'll be good to go. I will be checking out some of her new modules soon, but sorry, I will be revamping some of her builds with the new modules soon, but you know, I'm gonna take that real slow. He walked weirdly, but that was still roughly 7 shots. Okay. That did not look very good. If you did 12 resets on Freyna, what the hell? You don't need that many, dude. Araco. If you waste your... Well, I mean, you know what? Actually, waste your catalyst so that you can buy more and support me. And it is mint. I'm not so sure on that. You can check the difficulty level rewards, dude. You know how to check. You know how to check for reactors, right? If you don't, then you better learn the technique. Because rather than asking a creator, you should know how to check it on your own. Do you know how to check for reactors on your own? Because this is important information that everybody should memorize by now. You should never have to go to somebody and say, is there a bunny farm this week? Because you should actually know how to check it. So do you know how to check it? I'm just gonna ask you. If you don't, I'll show you the technique. on stream, but everybody should know.
Over limit freeze.
I get a small commission, yeah. I don't actually care about the commission. But those that register and do not buy do not count as active supporters, so that's usually the key. Okay, so that was 5 shots. How much damage did I deal on average? How many shots I actually do is now what's important. It's the average damage. Yeah, let's check that. 5 shots for 24. 24. That's more in line. You gotta do it again. Well, good, Araco. In that case, I hope you registered me from the very beginning. If you've been spending all this time and you only registered me recently, then I'd start worrying, Araco. Glay or Hailey? I would say Hailey, hands down. Hailey can take on Deathstalker, Glay cannot. Glay is a bit limited because she's got no shields, so that locks her out of some builds. She's fun, don't get me wrong. Having unlimited ammo spam is pretty cool, but I would say overall Hailey is better, more suitable. What a shame, Araco. But thank you regardless. In that case, if you're a whale, then here's something else you can do. You can hit the super chat button and you can give me the highest super chat possible. Counting on you. Fair enough, Mint. I will after this. I'll show you what to do. But everybody should know how to look for reactors on your own, alright? If you do not know this technique, then pay attention right after this fight, because I will show you. But you should all memorize this technique by now. This is something that you need to know day one. Alright, there's no easy way around it. There's no, only got 3 shots in, but okay, fair enough. That should be enough to at least tabulate the average. Which makes sense to me anyway. I might have to go all the way to Frostwalker though. Okay, results. 3 shots, 22. I hit a lot harder then. Frostwalker will be the tiebreaker. Alright, I'll head back to town. I'll show you guys the technique. Fair enough, Araco. I'll hold you to that promise next month then. The 400% are still available even if you complete the invasion. I've done that before. Yes, shame them, Foxy. Shame them immediately. How dare they not supply me with dollaroonies to continue my business? What a shame. Okay, if you look at your difficulty level rewards down the bottom, guys, and you take a look at this, right? Okay, whenever you want to check if a reactor farm is available, what you do is you select the Descendants element. Bunny is electric, all right? Please memorize this technique. I don't want any more questions about this because everybody should know this technique off the top of their head. Select your Descendants element, so Bunny, electric, right? Then what type of skill is most of her stuff? Singular, right? So in general, you want either impact singular or general round singular. Why? Impact weapons include hand cannons, and general rounds usually include like submachine guns, whatever. If you're searching for a purple reactor, this will not matter. What you need to pay attention to is electric and singular. All right, electric, singular. These are the most crucial things. So there are 2 locations that you can go, either the abandoned zone. Funnily enough, Bunny Road has Bunny's reactor. So you can actually go to Bunny Road this week, or you go back there again. Let's select electric right here. Misty Woods also has Bunny's reactor, so you can click there and you can see this. All right, and you can go there. But I would really recommend going to Environment Contamination Zone. Okay, so this is how you guys check reactors. Please make sure that any week's reset, right? The first and most important thing you do is you sit down. You say, what is my Descendants element? If my Descendants element is chill, for example, Hailey, I will select chill right now, and I'll say, okay, does Hailey have any singular? Chill, singular, high-powered rounds, forward base. Okay, let's go there. Where do I go for the reactor? Etc., etc., so on and so forth. All right? So this is how you would search for any kind of Descendant reactors. Now, there are certain map zones that drop reactors of a certain type. If you guys need to, I will do a separate video on that, okay? And I will show you guys where to find all the stuff in accordance with what was published in the last patch notes. However, if you want faster access to that, just go to the previous patch notes video, and it shows you where all the different missions where the reactors are, okay? So yeah, you could just consult that in future if you need to. Okay, great. Now that I've given you guys the information, I'm gonna keep super cool type of rounds on, and I'm actually gonna take on Frostwalker. And let's see what the results are, because we haven't seen which one is better yet.
Have you completed preparation?
So Frostwalker time. Let's find out. Let's find out the answer. Because I really want to put it to rest whether super cool type of rounds is good or no good. So we have to know. And don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. Please make sure that you like the stream. If you guys do not, then there'll be less people. There'll be less people who come by. So make sure you hit the like button. It's one of the best ways you can help your streamer for free. It is pretty good having these features. And you can do an unlimited number of 400% missions, not puppet. You're only limited to 2 invasions per day, but the rest unlimited. Enjoyment. And I hope you guys have already memorized this technique. I don't want to have to show it again.
Over limit freeze.
This'll change the game.
Recharge my shield.
3, 4, 5, 7.
Shield at 0%.
Oh, that's rough. I die.
Bad, but it's not great either.
Ooh, died. Oh, that's a shame. Hey, they res me. Good.
Way past time.
I owe you, Kyle.
Let's see the damage of 7 shots. Should hopefully be good. Okay. All 7 shots. 34. 478 roughly. 487. Okay, good. Now we do it again. Well, Arako, had you been watching the streams right from the start, you would have learned a lot faster. Because you said you've been following me since launch, but did you watch the streams from the start? There's the problem. And yes, thank you for liking and sharing, DJ Sammy. The more of you guys that like the stream, the better. Alright, the more likes we have, the more people discover the stream, the more people come by. So, please, do keep liking the stream. It is, like I said, one of the great ways that you can help your content creators for free. Ah, fair enough. Okay, bully this man for not catching me live. Hey, welcome back, Jonathan. Bully him, eat his soul, and destroy everything in his refrigerator. Refrigerator. Lol. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Fingers crossed.
New subscriber detected.
He walked away, but I got 4 shots in. That's good enough. $17 mil for 4 shots. So. The results are fairly consistent, I'm not gonna lie, so okay. Cool. Lol, damn, Morocco. Don't starve to death, man. Don't starve together. Starve separately. This is the way. Okay, now we'll try it without super cool Kyber rounds. Yes, Akash. Day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll release the Freyna mobbing build because everybody's been waiting for that. Then I'll release the Hailey shield build. Because I'm sure you guys want to see the maximized version. But if you check my Deathstalker guide video, I already did the basics.
The space-time fabric of the void is extremely illogical.
Okay, so now we've removed super cooled Kyber rounds. And now we will conduct the same test. Same conditions. Remember, patience is the key, Akash. In the meantime, ladies and gents. Well, Chris, I mean, Frostwatcher is not really that great. I plan on testing it out, but I don't foresee good results, and realistically, you don't really want a mobbing build on her anyway. The mobbing build is literally Thunder Cage plus her regular gun build. So the only thing that you can add is her new module, but that's about it. I mean, I'm just being real with you. Most people would just go with her original gun build and slap on the new mod. I can build a farming build if you want, but it really won't make much of a difference. In the past, we just used to use Thunder Cage and her ability, and that was it. Because Thunder Cage is all you really need. Like, genuinely.
You're going to feel a little chilly.
Shall we start?
So when everybody leveled up Hailey, all they did was they just followed my gun build, and that was it. Okay, got 3 shots in. Three shots for 16.96 million.
Let's go wild.
Okay, restarting. We love bruh, it's already on the channel, dude. Just follow my Hailey sniper build and you're good to go. All of my builds are already in my channel. Here's my entire playlist of videos. The Hailey build's already in there. Just look for my Hailey sniper build. This build has been out since weeks ago, man. In case you didn't know, you want the best builds, you come to this channel. And make sure you hit the bell button and set notifications to all. Rather than screenshotting my build, just go watch the video, because the video will explain why I use certain modules, how to actually put everything in. Nope, not at all, An1. All you gotta do is just register me and that's it. Hit the button, register, and then I get a small commission. You don't have to use a code. It does give me a small commission, but I don't really care about the commission. That's why I don't care if a person spends $2 or $100. The only thing I care about is that people register me as their creator. I want the numbers. I want a high support account so I can go to Nexon and say, I've got a high enough support account, listen to me, I've got suggestions for the game. I want them to listen to me about many things. So that is the main reason why. I actually don't care about the revenue. I make more from you guys watching the streams and stuff. That's just me being honest.
Shield at 0%.
I think everybody wants them to listen to me on skin pricing. Okay, my damage will be a bit skewed, but that we can't be helped. I'll try and shoot minimally if I can. I'll have to scout like at least 200,000 now. Come on, just kill it. Last a little bit. Where's the leg? Where's the last leg? What the hell? That's just weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. I have to discount the damage because I shot the thing. And lol, one person left when we didn't one shot. What a nerd. Super weak. Yeah, about 33,583. We'll discount about 300,000, so 7 shots. This is roughly in line with what I'm seeing anyway. Okay. Well, that just means that you like the game. That's the way, N1. Always get the discounts after you grind the Descendants, then buy the skins you want. That's completely fine. This is very normal. 2 more runs. That should settle us. There's more we need to know. I mean, the average damage is looking very consistent in my opinion. But it's not looking like drastically different with Super Ghoul Kyber rounds. I'm with you there, N1. Oh, those skins are making bank and they know it. Prices may not change, but at the very least, I want to put them on notice. I mean, hey, at least it worked with the whole backpacks and spawn things, because I did tell them they could make more money. Give them a good enough reason and a person to listen to, and who knows, they might actually listen. But if I can't even get you guys to listen to me, I don't think I'm going to be able to get Nexon to listen to me. So that is literally what having a high support account does. It proves I can get people to listen. And that's the important thing. I want to show that I can get the people to listen. That's important. 2429. Okay, again. I completely get you, Hollywood KT. Separating their things would be a lot better, but it is what it is. Well, and one, unfortunately, the drop rates are fair. They're not going to adjust them because we have not only proven that they are fair, it's just luck and chance. So, like, they cannot improve certain drop rates without totally fixing the table, and that'll just mean that people moan about something else instead. So I'm gonna have to be very real with you. The drop rates are your luck and chance, nothing else. They are already totally fair. They cannot bring up the drop rates, and bringing up the drop rates will cause other problems. Now, this would not apply for at least the amorphous materials. Now that one, okay, fair enough. I think that the outposts are not fun right now, and definitely we should be going for a higher drop rate at the outpost. Like, that would be pretty cool. But overall, I will say that the drop rates have been proven totally fair, and yeah, they're unlikely to change that. Wow, I messed that up hardcore. Never seen a run that bad. That would make a lot of sense. Level 1 bunny. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna have to discount the results on this one because this wasn't a good enough comparison. That was no good. I have to do it again. This is why testing is sometimes painful, ladies and gents. Shot focus is not fair, but it is the same. It is as working as intended. So, sorry, you're gonna have to deal with that too. I get your perspective, not Puppet, but the skin prices are way too expensive. Like, that one, I'm gonna say it straight. Their skin prices are way too expensive. I pay the prices, but they're still way too expensive. The drop rates are fine. The only thing that needs to change to me are the outpost farms, because the outposts are not fun to farm. Like, that one, I feel that they should adjust the drop rates on the Amorphous. I'm not expecting a 50% drop rate, but I would say go from 25 to 35% would help a lot. And it would make the outpost less boring to farm. That's my personal opinion. Descendants don't have specific weapons. You can use any weapon on them. Of course, there are some ideal weapon choices, but no, there's no such thing as a specific weapon for a specific Descendant. At the very least, game doesn't work that way. So do be aware of that. Okay, that was 5 shots. I'm assuming 5. I think I might have miscounted, but I'm pretty sure it was 5. 19,437. What's this random drop? What the hell? It's saying that. Oh, there it is. Knew I missed something. Okay, let's try with super cooled. But yeah, no Descendant has a specific weapon, Arthur Morgan. Now, some weapons are more suitable for certain Descendants, but in that case, I'll usually tell you guys in my build videos. It is true that most games have like $5 to $10 skins. And I do believe that here they missed the mark a little bit on the pricing, but I can also understand why. They're the new kids on the block and they need to recoup costs. But the thing is, people also pay the costs continuously. So I gotta admit, a little hard for them to change things because I'll be real with you guys. Everybody keeps paying the prices. So if people keep paying the prices, then this is the situation we're gonna keep having. So do be aware of that. Well, I do agree to that somewhat, Tenor Dude. But we'll have to see what kind of changes can be made. At this moment, there's no clear answer. And people will keep buying, so there's literally no way around that, FYI. because that's just how we enjoy ourselves. We keep buying and buying and buying because we're all lying. Anyway. Okay, time for us to do a Frostwalker run. Let's go see how we do. This will either go really good or real bad. Let's find out, shall we? Now this is with super cooled Kyber rounds. Let's see if there's any drastic differences.
Aiming at target.
Exactly. That's kind of the issue, Hollywood KT. We know that everybody is gonna buy.
Recharging shield.
4 shots. Couldn't see anything thanks to the Lepics, but that's okay. Thankfully, I'm still good at what I do. You never know. Don't give him ideas, N1. Okay, 4 shots, 19. It's very consistent. Restarting. That's the whole thing. Not puppet. People are finding it easy to drop the dough. Like for me, I spend when I make enough. But I also have a habit of only buying what I'm going to wear. Because honest to God, I don't want to, I don't really want to spend if I'm not going to use the skin a lot. I'm glad to hear that, Mr. Tay. Fair enough. Ah, sorry, Arako, that is a forbidden topic. Okay, we cannot bring that up here. Why? Because it causes a lot of controversy. I understand your perspective on it, and believe me, I do not disagree. But what I'll say is that don't bring up that topic here. For this stream, Nexon wants it completely clean, no controversial topics, okay? You're at an official stream. So here, we don't discuss anything that might be considered controversial, alright? Thank you. I hope you guys can respect that. Whatever your perspectives in life, whatever your beliefs, all that, none of that matters here. You're here just to see the champion. You're here to see the king himself. And you're here to kneel before my iron throne. Alright, so as long as you do that, I'm satisfied. The rest, don't even worry about it. I got 6 shots. The last one was blocked, so I'm just gonna let him clear this. I'll help him out if I have to. Okay, good. I'll let them finish it so that there's minimal interference with my results. So we'll tabulate 6 shots. At least now you know, pal. They're not gonna give you anything for free, pal. But listen, tell you what, maybe if you guys get me to 8,000 supporters, they might reconsider. So far, it's been a struggle to even hit 800. A lot of people just don't want to support creators, you know? which is very silly.
New super chat received.
Thanks for behaving. I'm not quite sure what currency that is, but thank you. Let's tabulate results. 35,864. I'm gonna have to discount like 500,000 of that, so. Crosswalker, 6 shots. 35. I'll discount 500,000, so about 300,000. Just put it around there. It's a bit of a guesstimated figure, but. Okay, now we do it again. I'm gonna go till I get a clear result. I'm sure it is, but I do not know that currency symbol. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. I appreciate anything I get, so thank you. Ah, fair enough. Makes more sense. I've just never seen that currency symbol before. They might give you Ultimate Blair, you never know. All you people and your weird characters. Luna, Blair, what is this? Strangeness. Oh, I'm sure a tenor, dude. But if they're gonna be stubborn about it, there's nothing they can do other than go off the site. And they shall have to for eternity. And I'll make sure they do that. Because if my words cannot command them to go off the site, then I'm not worth anything as a creator. They caused this guy to walk back, so I couldn't trigger my first skill. Not very good. Gonna have to discount this run. This run will be a no count because it was not a fair run. Darn.
Shield at 0%.
I'll just help him finish it off and then carry on. Because this is a waste of my time. Okay, on to the next. It'll be either Sharon or Blair. Or Jaber. It's one of the two. Because there's an odd bit of confusion in their statement. So people don't know if they're going by descendant order on the website or by the order in the game. So they said they're going by descendant order, but we don't know what that order is, so we'll have to see. Now then, in the meantime, ladies and gents, don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. And of course, if you can, please do register me as your creator. There is my link. Hit that. And I'd be very grateful. The more of you that register me as your supporter, well, as your creator, the better. That's what a lot of people are saying, but you know what? I just don't care. I'm gonna wait and see.
It's up to me.
I'm a firm believer in the Asian methodology of wait and see.
Shall we start?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying, but again, like I said, I'll wait and see. I'm a wait and see kind of boy, you know? Did you seriously go immune already? Like, for fucking real. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry, clean stream. Not supposed to say the F word. I'm gonna go back to town so I don't get these guys again. Because, yeah, no. Listen, you heard nothing, Mr. Tay Daniel, if you know what's good for you. Unless you want to be sleeping with the fishes, you heard nothing. I think we can all agree that nobody heard anything. Why do these guys deal no damage? Like, are they okay? Genuinely, I worry about them. Well, thanks for that. Well, listen. You want them to listen, you gotta support. That's all. Messaging them is not gonna help because, again, that's just one person saying something without valid results. Think about it from their company's perspective. Are they gonna listen to one random guy on Twitter? Like, you know, you get how it is, right, Steven? So they're not. There has to be results. And the only way you're gonna see results is if people genuinely step up to support. So if people don't step up to support, then they have no valid result metrics to go on, and that's the problem. So I just hope that people will hit the support. You know, they will show that they're supporting their creators. Because otherwise, what's the basis? You gotta ask yourself that. What's the basis of them even listening to me? Like, there won't be a basis. It'll just be like, the source will be, just trust me, bro. And I mean, I love you guys, but at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. Everything in this world is a numbers game. Pretty much, yeah. Oh no, Mr. Tay. Regardless of whether it's related or not, that's not in my contract. Don't forget, I've got a separate contract. And mine says clean stream. So yeah. Thank you, Dustin. That is the way. Thank you for registering me. I hope everybody will. The more people that register me, the better. Now, unfortunately, we have to scrap the results of that test, but we're going to go in again, hopefully with a different team. I'm going to wait a while before I queue. I really don't want those guys again. Because, no. I would like to test results, not suffer through the testing. This is one of the craziest memories I've ever seen, but damn. Decent stats, but not what I needed. No, of course not. But at the end of the day, I think that the most important thing is rather than talking to them, Steven, keep talking to people. It's the people number that we need, you know? That's the better way. Because they already know who I am. But it's the people we gotta convince, Steven. We already did testing on solo bosses. Inconclusive. The problem is that the reason why the testing I'm going this far to test on team bosses is because solo bosses are inconclusive. According to the solo bosses, the results are all over the place. It's roughly the same. I'm seeing roughly the same results one way or the other, you know? So I'm testing on the team-based bosses to see if I can get a variation. If I can get a variation, something different, then I can come to a solid conclusion. But right now, I have to say that the conclusion is that there is no conclusion. They're basically the same thing. Thanks, Arako. I appreciate that. Whether I have super cool Kaiba rounds or not, or I don't, we're actually getting the same results, which is why I'm questioning myself, why on earth did they add this mod in the first place? So, yeah. I don't get it. Maybe I'll get different results with a different gun, but on the basis of the Hailey build that I already have, I am not getting different results. So I do want to highlight that. So her Transcendent mod, like, I leveled up so you don't have to. I don't even think you need it. The number one is only good if you're leveling up Hailey for the first time, I guess. I can swing that. Okay, that was 4 shots. Well, 3. Realistically, only 3 registered. Because these guys killed it fast, which is good. But basically, I'm trying to get my average damage per shot and see if there's any difference. And quite frankly, there really isn't much difference, I mean. So this one was 3 shots. I got about 17 mil. So 3 shots, 17, 065, 000. I am genuinely getting roughly the same results. Yep. So whether I have it or not, it's the same thing. I genuinely think it'll be either Ultimate Sharon or Blair. And if I had a choice, I'd probably put Blair first because we haven't had a male ultimate. I think that Nexon should excuse me, avoid the whole we are only about the girls thing, but I think they will find it hard to avoid if they do Ultimate Share next, which could be in the order of things, but quite frankly, they should probably avoid it if they could. Still, you know, that is how it goes. It could, Tenor Dude. I genuinely don't know, because basically for now, my tests are inconclusive. I think I'll have to come back to this once I've leveled up Frostwatcher, because I'm just not seeing a clean difference. You know, I'm not seeing a clean difference. My sniper build, whether you have super cooled Kyber rounds or you don't have super cooled Kyber rounds, I'm seeing the same results across the board. So my personal conclusion right now, same. You know, you're not going to get different results. Hello, Fire. How's it going? So yeah, that's the only downside. But it could maybe show different results with something like Frostwatcher. You see, that's where I think we might see some differences. Because I'm doing this with Piercing Light right now. And Piercing Light's already a big weak point based weapon. So we'll have to wait and see.
Hey there. What can I help you with?
Well, I never built Blair because, well, it was unnecessary. He is relatively, I would say relatively weak. I wouldn't say he's weak straight up, but he's relatively weak, I mean, compared to Hailey and the like. I could show y'all the Freyna bossing build that I'm working on, and it's not going to be able to compare to Hailey, but it can at least do some stuff. A lot of people test on the weaker bosses in the game, but that's not what you really want to see. You know, you want to see it on the team-based bosses, and one of these days I'll take on some of the team-based bosses with my crew using that, but obviously today is not that day. Let me just dismantle these. Jeremy as the Senate, you never know, they might. There's always a chance for them to do that. Huh. You never know, pal, you never know. Okay, let's put in the Classic Chef. Firearm Master, immediate purge code. Nope, void barrier, come on. Give me something. Singing water. Come on, give me some. Just give me toxic mixture already, come on. Explosive effect, darn. Well, this ain't very good. Ugh, ultimate Jeremy. The ultimate in back's ass. Swear to God. Okay, let's start trying. Come on. High voltage. Already have you. Gold cohesion. Come on, toxic mixture. Proliferating allergy. Ow. Attacking compulsion. Ow. Come on. Just one toxic mixture. That's all I need. Nimble footsteps. Ow. Venom injection. Ow. I already have that. Noise surge. Bionic fuel. Come on. Truly deadly cuisine. Alright, last go. Last attempt. Efficient treatment. Ah, the luck is not with me tonight. Oh well, tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. You should switch to Hailey. She is better. Glay cannot withstand Deathstalker. Hailey can. Especially with a Shield Maiden build. I'll have the Shield Maiden build posted soon, but yeah. Okay, anyway, we're done here. Time to test the next thing. Freyna with anger issues. Let's go. Now we're gonna go equip the full Slayer set on, just for fun. Because I've heard of people doing things. Evil things. This is the correct one, yes. Okay. This is as hardcore as it's gonna get.
I am analyzing the void paradox.
I just want my toxic mixture so I can finish testing for you guys. But I will. I mean, if you did it all with Glay, then I respect that. Ain't nobody should be going through that. Well, tomorrow, yes, after my morning stream. Yep, Freyna is good. Might run some 400% myself later. I'm trying the sharp precision shot version of this. Seems okay so far. Sounds good, Track. You should join me for some chill times then, brother. I wouldn't say zero crit is meta, Kororo. First of all, no. I mean, there's nobody that's gonna smoke a boss faster than Hailey, right? So zero crit is not meta. Don't fall for that nonsense. Her massacre build is definitely gonna get an improvement, but still not up to snuff. At the very least, in comparison to what I've seen thus far, there isn't a lot of room to increase her power. That's point number one. Point number two, she's just not that strong. So don't say that zero crit is meta, because I'll tell you, if you fall for that, Kororo, you're gonna fall behind, because I don't see none of those zero crit characters doing any good up at Frostwatcher. Everyone's still using Lepic, you know? So don't fall for the ideology that there's gonna be a zero crit meta. There isn't. Yes, zero crits are helpful to certain characters, but please do not fall for that idea. Like Ultimate Freyna right now, she's using the zero crit thing because she doesn't crit in the first place. So it does exist, but it's not a meta. It works for certain characters. Don't fall for that, all right? And certainly don't be falling for nonsense. If you fall for the nonsense out there, remember, guys, if AsianRobot didn't say it, it ain't true. So please remember, there's a lot of misinformation out there. You got to sort through that. Well, if you want to do well. Okay, so far so good. I need to check this on team-based bosses as well. Lots to do today, unfortunately. On to the next. You suddenly have trauma 0. Lol, Benna. The thing is, right, if the character doesn't crit anyway, then the zero crit's a huge boost, you know, like Kyle, all the rest. So Track's not wrong. Earlier what he said, like Jaber, they benefit massively. But the problem is, can they kill as fast as the crit descendants? Because crit is a multiplier. What you're doing with the zero crit is you're adding to the base. So unless you're gonna hit dozens and dozens of times, like for example, Bunny can, you are missing out on damage. And that's where it goes wrong. That's where it goes wrong. So you always got to be careful of that. Now, don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. The more people that like and share the stream, the more people get a chance to attend the stream, because YouTube will say, hey, lots of people are tuning in. This guy's hot in the algorithm, you know? So please, 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 if you can, make sure you've liked the stream, all right? And of course, don't forget that my collaboration with Yume just dropped. So if you haven't checked out the Yume store yet, you might want to. You can steal my look finally. Anyway, let's keep going with the solo bosses first. My first clothing collaboration. Starts today. So you'll be seeing some of their ads in my videos very soon.
You dare mess with me?
No, that's true.
Be gone.
Same here. First of many, I hope. But for now, I'm happy enough with these guys. They're really nice. Like, working with their PR manager was absolutely stunning. And I can certainly say they're one of the nicest people I've ever worked with. Anyway, there's a lot of people pushing no crit meta, and I get it. Look, everybody's desperate to make content that the Asian robot hasn't already made. I mean, just how many new people have we already seen coming to the streams and saying, oh my god, what's this build? You know, like just from me showing my Hailey, when this build has been out for weeks. Almost everybody and their grandmother should be using my Hailey build, you know? But there's still people out there whom we haven't reached yet, and that's why all these other creators are trying their hardest to push this zero crit meta, because they need something to beat me. They do indeed. They do indeed, DJ. Alright, let's keep carrying on. Let's Tim Curry on. No, I wouldn't say that. There are definitely good builds out there, but we always got to be careful, because, look, there's a lot of folks who just want you guys to believe in them quickly, and it's very difficult to beat an established creator. I know, I've faced that situation many times, but a lot of people forget that this is not a competition. Everybody will have creators that they like. I mean, like I said, I go so far as to say that, look, I'm not going to poach people. I'm going to let people respect the creators they want to respect. You'll notice that I don't say, oh, you support this other creator? Well, you should come support me. I don't do that. Because content creation is not a competition. And it has never been a competition. It should not be. In fact, what a lot of people don't recognize is that more content creators in the industry is better for everybody, because then everybody wins. If we had 10 more good, reliable content creators, even if I didn't get as many views, you know, as possible, it would mean that there's more content being generated, which means more people have interest in the game. Have you noticed that a lot of player base fell off also because some of the big, so-called big boys, you know, they took some of their audience with them when they shifted over to the next flavor of the month? This happens very often. And that's why I'm still here, you know, making sure that people recognize that this is still a good game. And I'm sure they will. But down the line, hopefully more creators realize that it's not about being king of the hill. You know, I know I play it up on stream and, you know, the whole king thing, and it's fun. But at the end of the day, content creation has never been a competition. The only thing I try to prevent is misinformation. Well, that is the case, Arako. So good that you found me. Yeah, and the braggers are also another one. Those guys are a whole different style of weird. I've seen a lot of them too. Oh no. He sat down, darn it. Well, that's not very cash money. I was hoping I could knock him down, but... this isn't gonna be very good. Maybe for this guy I have to try something different. I think the DOTs just increase his frenzy too much. Maybe for this guy a different methodology is needed. I'll have to see. Because a death reset is not really what I want to do. That's not fun, and that's also not where I want to be. Okay. Since this is a skill-based build, it's not that good if I can't knock him down straight away. No wonder they didn't show any Swamp Walker fights. Because this build is already more advanced than what they had. But they couldn't show a Swamp Walker fight because they knew that Swamp Walker wouldn't die. And he'd go in a frenzy straight away. Interesting. Okay, let's see what I can do here. That was the wrong gun, but okay, that works. Alright, I need to try that again. But this time I'm not going to DOT at the start. I'm just going to go straight into it and start blasting. Well, that's why. I hope some people have learned their hard lessons. Hey, Death Dawning. Good to see ya. Very happy to hear that, Michael Bates, but I think he wasn't a crit character, so definitely you'd get a nice boost. Play when you can, Death Dawning. I'm still testing things. We're testing the bossing build right now, actually. The first build I'll post is the mobbing build. I really want to work on a gun build, but I still don't have Toxic Mixture. So I'm waiting till that comes out. In the meantime, I'm going to work on other stuff like Frostwatcher. A lot of people have been asking about that. I'll actually spend the catalyst and go try it out. Well, at least now you guys have learned the hard way and you understand. At the end of the day, that's most important. Understanding is the key. As long as we understand, we're okay. Ah, good. I managed to get him down. Okay. Good, good, good.
See you later.
I can sort of get him halfway, but it's still nothing compared to Hailey, so fair enough. Yeah, a lot of people were showing off this amazing so-called Freyna build, which is great, and this is with full Slayer set and everything, but although I can't show the build yet, I would say that it does have its problems. I don't think you're going to see good results on Obstructor and the rest. I'm going to try, though. I am going to try. Freyna's build is not essential for the new boss, no. All you really need is Hailey or Enzo. Freyna can be used for the new boss, but there's, like, you don't have to, is what I would say. It's really up to you. Like, for me, the only thing I'm doing right now is I can run Venom Injection to basically restore my shields, which basically makes this work for a shield-based build. And I'm also getting the extra benefit of, you know, having more skill power to absolutely wipe out my opponents, but You know, I'm just not seeing the value so far in being able to smoke certain opponents fast. I don't know. I just feel like I could get a lot more value out of more hits. But we'll see. The Swamp Walker is going to be the big test, I reckon. Swamp Walker is going to be that real big test of whether or not my build will succeed well enough. And so far, the burst damage is nice. But the question for me is that, do I need that burst damage at all? Because I tell you, I'm pretty sure I can go without the burst damage. I'm pretty sure I can create some very interesting situations instead. So we'll see. First I kill him, then I'm going to readjust and retool it. Because if I can deal more damage to Swamp Walker, then my build will prove better in team play. At least that's my thought process right now. We shall see. Nope, don't need any of those. Good job, Raffi.
New subscriber detected.
Okay, now let's retool some stuff. Okay, first we're gonna strip this down because we don't need that. We already have the rest, which is completely fine. We will take you, which is okay. The only other thing we might potentially need, because we have all the rest in here. The only other thing we might potentially need would be an adjustment to the other things. Okay, so we're gonna drop a bit there, but I know you guys can't see, but it's okay. We're gonna drop a bit there, but we will have a little bit more. We'll have a little bit more damage overall. Let me try now. We'll strip this down as well. Need that. Of course, you will come along. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's get back in. Now, as this build is unreleased, I cannot show you the actual build, but I will showcase the weapons. So again, here we go. Let's see if we can do more than we did previously. We do lose a little bit of skill power with this one, but we are going to achieve some more shenanigans. Philip, it'll stay the same. You can include the Transcendent mod if you want to, if you really need AoE, but it's not necessary. I will showcase the variation for you guys if that is necessary, which I believe it will be, so I will showcase the variation for you. Okay. Okay, now this is a bit different. We get a little bit more power out. Oh, darn, he sat down. Okay. Can't deal the damage fast enough with this one either. Urgh. That's a bit frustrating. So even with the change, this is literally the best we can get. Unfortunate, but it also is what it is. I wanted something a little bit better, but yeah, the problem is that many of these guys will not actually come down. Which I'm guessing is how it is intended, but still. That's a spot of an irritation. Oof, and dead too. Rough.
I'll load.
Yeah, his frenzy meter just goes up way too fast. So even with this, I'm literally just losing time. That's an irritation. So unless I go for like heavy cooldowns, this is gonna be problematic. Not wise. Like genuinely, I think the latter few bosses are gonna be the issue. I don't even know if Freyna will be able to handle. This is why I want her gun build, so I can really check things out. There we go. Glad you're enjoying it, Raffi. But either way, okay. I am a bit disappointed with this. Like, it'll work great for the first 4 bosses. It's not gonna work for Swamp Walker. A shame, but it is what it is. Phew. Swamp Walker is the test, and unfortunately this has failed. It's good build, don't get me wrong. It's a great build, but you know, I feel emotionally traumatized now that this has failed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out back and cry in a corner for a bit. Alright, so if y'all don't see me, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go cry because I wanted Freyna to be a bosser so bad. Like legit, I did. But I'm wounded right now, you know, I'm wounded. This with full Slayer set on top of that, I'm wounded. I don't think we can go beyond right now. Like, I'm just not seeing... I'm not seeing the same level of value. So I'm gonna go to my mobbing build and start working on the Frost Watcher. Alright, there we go. And now I can put on Frost Watcher there. My fully upgraded Frost Watcher. I was trying to drag and drop and it wasn't even in the screen. You should start with Bunny. Go get your ultimate Bunny first. Make sure you've gotten to hard mode using my ultimate F2P survival guide. That's your first step. Once you've completed the ultimate F2P survival guide, get to your hard mode, then start with ultimate Bunny. Ultimate Bunny is usually the best choice. It's for mobbing. So this will work in, of course it works best in 400%. But it's a mobbing build. At the end of the day, it's a mobbing build. So it's literally designed for you guys to be able to just go in and start mobbing. So yeah, I'd say go ham. By all means, go ham. You know? Actually, wait. Mystery's End. I haven't seen the 400% for this one yet. Let's go. You should. If you're just starting out, like I've mentioned before, the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide, as well as all the videos in my playlist, you should start learning that. Yeah, tomorrow I'll drop the full mobbing build. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, this is my Contagion mobbing build. I'll drop it tomorrow. You guys can explode everybody. It's great. Then following on from that, I will I'll keep trying to work on other stuff like Shield Maiden Hailey, Frost Watcher. I'll try and get Frost Watcher up to snuff if I can, you know. And this is the benefit of Contagion. It's long distance death sentence. Oh, ain't that beautiful? Don't think too hard.
Shield is damaged. Damn it.
Happy trails.
Ah, my shield.
All right, what am I using this for? Sorry about that. Kaz is just telling me she's done with work. Excuse me, I'm talking about girl. Hello, Elisette. How's it going? Hello, Lukey Luke. How's life treating you?
Feel the pain.
I gotta say, I don't like Mystery's End. Too slow. Like, it's a nice dungeon, but too slow. I think Haven will still be way better.
Damn it.
Nice and easy.
Die. Shield is down.
I love watching the contagion. Look at that. Look at that. It just spreads and spreads and spreads. All you gotta do is be like Kobe. And everything dies. And these are all toxic resistant enemies, ladies and gents. This is why contagion is beautiful. Some people might not like it, but I do.
Damn it.
I mean, up to you though, but you know, if you watch everything die repeatedly, you're nowhere even near them, yeah. That's the power right there. There you go.
Ah, shield is down.
Grab that. I don't even have to be there for them to die. Look at that. Now ain't that lovely? Well, Freyna should clear faster in a 400%. Of course, Bunny is still the speedrun queen, but maybe they just don't know.
Your death.
They don't know the robot way. You should tell them to get a real build like you. From the king.
Ah, my shield.
I think that there's a huge debate because very popular creators have said that it's bad. But, look, I'm just not going to comment on other creators. Fact of the matter is, people will believe who they want. Some people choose to trust the champ. Some people choose to trust, well, some random wrestler that they really like. But, you know, it's up to them.
Be gone. Ah, my shield.
At the end of the day, people follow who they choose to follow, and it's important to follow the right source, is what I would say. Follow the wrong source, and you'll have a tough time. You follow the right source, and nothing will ever go wrong. Either way, the build will end up the same, because you're effectively doing the same things. Yeah, whatever works for you.
Die.
To be honest, also don't feel like copy makes you a sheep. No, that is very silly, because one of the things that you gotta understand is that at the end of the day, if somebody's put the time and effort into testing it, then you trust their work, then what's the shame in copying? Because basically you'll get the same results, unless your intent is to get different results. Then by all means, you know, people modify and make variations, but at the end of the day, I'd say don't sweat it too much, because if your goal is to do what they're doing, then just copy. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, content creators make it so that their work is here to be copied. We're here to literally, well, any good professional content creator at the end of the day is here to show you the way on how to do things, how to get it done, and how to get the same results. I think y'all should start worrying if they cannot show you that. It's when they cannot show you that you gotta start panicking. Because then it either means that they're hiding something, or they're not very good at their job. If they're not very good at their job, no reason for you to be following them in the first place. No problemo, Elisette. That is what I'm here to do. I'm here to give you guys the information that you need to become a champ. As long as you guys get the right info, I'm happy. This dungeon, as nice as the mob density is, it's way too slow. Speed-wise, I mean. I'm gonna like it, but it's not good enough.
Shield is damaged.
So far, Frostwatcher is not horrifying. It's not great, but it's not that bad. That's up to you. You gotta test out and try it for yourself, Ultra Instinct. That's why it depends on who you trust. Has the creator shown their work? And this also boils down to who you support. You know, if the creator has proven time and time again that their work is the best, and they understand and can explain the principles behind it, then you can probably trust them. If they're just showing you a build and they cannot explain the principle behind it, they don't understand why it works, they're just saying, oh, this is the greatest. You gotta question them. Why?
My shield.
I don't think it's a bad weapon. I've seen Eugens using it, but I wouldn't know because I don't play Eugen and I haven't used him yet, Elisette, so I cannot answer that question with any certainty. I have one friend who plays Eugen. That's Arcane. And even then, I don't think he's able to compete with the other characters' damage, which is why a lot of people still are using Enduring Legacy or weapons similar.
Feel the pain.
Nothing wrong with having a goal of killing all the Vulgus, just make sure then that you're following my build. If your goal is to murder everything in sight, then this is the way. Okay, here's the big problem. I don't know who needs to die first.
Seems dangerous. To your death.
The snipers are no good. They're gonna make this a lot harder than it has to be. Okay, the Malignant Tumor Abomination. He's the first one that must die. Ah! Crap. Alright, this boss fight is gonna be tough. I like the challenge though. Alright, so Abomination dies first. Got it. If I can kill the Abomination first, the other one won't be a big issue. But if I cannot, then this is gonna suck.
Ah, my shield.
Damn those cursed snipers. This boss fight's a tough one overall. Because the abomination is hella strong. Damn, health-wise, I mean. Okay. But it is doable.
Shield is damaged. Shield is down.
He's almost done. He's almost done. Once he dies, it's over. Okay, great. Oh, you had a fun time, didn't you, huh? Agonia. With 400%, you always have to figure out which is the boss to murder first. And Agonia was definitely the one. Now in the mid combat, I'm just gonna quickly delete that. I like missing out on loot. Wait, are there no... Aha! I knew there was a mana orb somewhere. Now let's go hurt Agonia. No, we cannot. You'll be able to see it. Go into the lab and trigger it. I don't think it's possible. And either way, you can't achieve 100% crit rate due to critical resistance. But the fact is, singular amplification increases skill power modifier. So my question to you is, why on earth do you want to have skill power modifier, Mr. Rafi? If you've learned your lessons well from me, you should know that skill power modifier is not going to be of help to you. Am I right? And nor melee, no. The order of the positioning is very silly. Firing Fiesta only works in missions and not in infiltrations. Firing Fiesta works everywhere. So I'm pretty sure it's your game, dude. Because Firing Fiesta, as far as I know, works everywhere. And I have tested it. It works in infiltrations, it works in invasions, it works in Colossi fights, it works everywhere. And Rafi, I know you're trying out all these new mods, but I'm going to tell you they're literally useless on most characters that use crit, so don't even try. If you're trying to squeeze out more damage in Hailey, you will not be able to. And I'm very confident in that, because I've tested them all already. It is impossible to squeeze out more damage. In fact, if you actually pull up a damage spreadsheet and do your kills, you'll see that on average, you're still dealing 5-6 million damage per shot. No matter what. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch because it definitely works everywhere. Be very careful even when you experiment, because you don't want to experiment and end up getting all the wrong ideas. Now, how much did this go up? Oh, not much at all. Yep, okay, Haven it is. Off to the Haven. I'll have to make sure to kill the boss, the final boss with the Frost Watcher in hand, but I can probably do that. Only the first boss I won't be able to do that, but should still be okay. The one thing that I think you shouldn't be fooled by, Rafi, and I think a lot of people are being fooled by it right now, is that everybody's trying out the new mods, trying to squeeze in more damage. But don't forget, crits are literally the biggest component of your damage. So if you're telling me that you're going to try and squeeze out crits to squeeze in more damage, you're going to end up doing less damage overall. Listen, Death Downing, testing is good. I love it. And I hope that if anyone would prove me wrong, you would be the one to do so, but it is impossible to squeeze out more damage than my Hailey build. I'm still waiting for anyone to prove that they can, but so far everyone's been silent. You know, people have been saying, oh, I can squeeze out this amount of damage, I can squeeze out that amount of damage. I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure that if you actually tabulate your results in a spreadsheet, you will not see such results at all. Remember that Firing Fiesta has a reload, has a cooldown on it, Alan, so it is 15 seconds. And a lot of people forget about the cooldown, so that might be one of the reasons why yours might not trigger. Other than that, though, I can't really think of any reason why it would fail to trigger. Literally watching everything. Carved in green. Yeah, no, I feel that crit on a crit character is the most important. And nothing must disrupt that. But on other characters, obviously, that cannot crit or cannot use crits much, then absolutely they should go for the multiplicative damage. Oh, sorry, they should go for adding more damage. So that's fine with me. That's something I can agree with and that I would encourage anyway. Well, the difference is that I was using Hailey in that demonstration, I do believe. I'm pretty sure I was achieving almost 100, like, okay, first of all, have you leveled the weapon to 100? And if you've gotten all the same rolls, then there should be no difference. You can, in fact, you can check my Thunder Cage DPS right now. My Thunder Cage DPS is 109,000, and if we were to go into the details of the module settings, I've got 536 with all the same stuff. I haven't changed anything here. In fact, the only thing I even changed was Forenzo. I was trying out with something like this, but for the most part, I have not changed anything in any of these builds at all. So if you're getting different damage results, it could be that you're conducting different activities. Please take note that I hit only about 100,000 in certain infiltration operations as well, like the 400s. It also depends on the modifiers of the infiltration, because in some infiltrations, if you're doing like 250%, the enemies are stronger. So if it's not level 100 yet, then there's your problem. If you have the same mods, but it's not level 100, then how do you have the same mods? You have to put in multiple, you have to put in almost 8 to 9 catalysts to get the same mods. And if your mods are unupgraded, that's also going to affect your DPS. So the positioning should not be your concern, dude. Why is your weapon not at level 100? Are you in hard mode? Because why are you building the Thunder Cage when you're not in hard mode yet? First, your weapon level is the most important thing. Make sure your weapon level is maxed out. So that's very confusing. I'm not sure why it's not level 100. You should, as soon as you make a weapon, it should be you should make it level 100 unless you are not in hard mode. And if you're not in hard mode, then what are you doing? Because you should clear normal mode within a week of gameplay. You should not linger there, because normal mode has less loot, less XP, less everything, so you're literally wasting time if you're playing in normal mode. Just go straight to hard mode. This is why I told everybody you gotta watch the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide. You follow that, you clear normal mode, you get to hard mode, then off you go. So I don't know how you've managed to do all this, but yeah, please take note, you should not be leveling your Thunder Cage until you are in hard mode. until you've gotten your ultimate bunny fully done up. There's no point in even working on a Thunder Cage at all. It's literally useless to you because the Thunder Cage is for leveling up descendants that are not bunny. And to do so, you know, first you must have your bunny, farm the other descendants, and then later when you need to level up Hailey and stuff like that, that's when you use the Thunder Cage. So please be very aware that there's a certain methodology to everything. And if you're doing the wrong methodology, you're not going to get the same results. Never overthink things, never waste time on pointless concepts. As long as you're doing everything that I do, you've got the same weapon level, you get the same results. It is impossible to have a different result in this game. There is no way that you can get a different result, especially if you're... And if you're not at level 100, the rolls are different as well. I see. Yeah, okay. That's where you've been going wrong. Dude. Follow the ultimate F2P survival guide. You should be able to clear White Knight Gulch with your eyes closed. But you need to follow the ultimate F2P survival guide. If you haven't followed that, you're not even in hard mode. You shouldn't even be touching the Thunder Cage. You shouldn't even be worrying about damage because you're not going to get the same results until you're in hard mode. So you've been playing this game completely the wrong way, my dude. You need to change that straight away. Focus first. Don't even think about the Thunder Cage. I want you to put that in storage. Don't even use it right now. What you need to focus on is following to the letter the ultimate F2P survival guide. Learn which modules you actually need. Focus on that. Get your Sharon and Enzo along the way. Get to hard mode ASAP. You should be in hard mode within 1 week of gameplay. And again, this will shape your entire journey. If you've started your journey the wrong way, you always feel like you're slower than others or you're lagging behind, and you will never be able to get the same results. Following builds is only after you reach level 100 and only once you get into hard mode. Please take note of this. If you're following builds before that, you are literally wasting time, and you are going to get bad results, as you have clearly experienced yourself. So I'm not trying to be mean, but this is the way that this game works, and you must understand this. If you do not understand this, you do things in the wrong way or a backwards way, unfortunately, my guy, nobody can help you because, again, your results will not match what you want. You're welcome for the advice, but please remember, the next time that you play a video game, the first and most important thing is to always look for a guide for beginners. Learn how beginners do things like that, because that's more important to you. All right, especially if you want to really do well, then that is how people do it. Increase my firearm proficiency. The enjoyment in the game, De Paula, comes from being able to access end-game content, access all the activities. So it's all well and good to say enjoy the game first, but you're not going to enjoy the game very much if you're stuck, are you? That's exactly what I'm trying to help him do. Get unstuck. Because he's literally been having trouble with White Knight Gulch. Which is why, again, Ultimate F2P Survival Guide. It's all well and good to say enjoy the game, but how's a person supposed to enjoy the game when they don't even know what they're doing? Or when they're doing things the completely wrong way? They're not going to enjoy that at all. They're going to suffer. And my job as a creator is to help people not suffer.
Take this.
What is your question? No, there is no daily cap. And if anyone's saying try again tomorrow, it could be because maybe the mod doesn't drop when there's a 400% on. Take note that some mods don't drop when there's a 400%. For example, toxic, and some mods only drop when there's a 400%, FYI. So one example is toxic mixture. Toxic mixture only drops when there's a 400% in the quarantine zone. Otherwise, you have to get it from Heart of the Fortress, which is probably a lot less efficient and a lot less fun. So I think that what they're trying to say is just that certain mods may only drop in certain areas, and like maybe there's a difference whether there's a 400% or not 400%. But I personally never really target farm for mods. I just combine, because target farming for mods is really, really annoying. Yes. But again, Fisher, because he's not at hard mode yet, we cannot just tell him to follow the builds. He needs to at least get to hard mode, and the only way to do that is, again, by following the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide, which has its own build. There's a build in there, but I worry about this guy because he's following the endgame builds. He's not going to be able to keep up, and he's not going to get the same results either. He's literally going to be spending all that time on, you know, just literally suffering and trying to catalyze stuff and still not getting the same results because he's not even at level 100 yet. So dude's gotta follow the guide first for beginners, then he can take on the other stuff. So again, as much as I want people to have fun with the game, please take note, guys. If you're finding your journey is stuck or stalled, or you're not even getting past normal mode, check the beginner guides first. That's the crucial key. If you don't follow the beginner guides and you don't get through to hard mode, you're not going to be able to access like literally about 50% of the content in the game, which is pointless as well because you're basically limiting yourself while trying to do things that you should not be doing, or that you should be doing at a later stage when you have the resources and you have the time. So please be aware of that. I don't give this advice because I want you guys to only do one thing, or, you know, or because I have some personal issue with that. No. Please remember that I only ever give good advice. I mean, if some people don't take it that way, then that's on them. But the advice that I give is designed to make sure that you guys have the best game experience. Because there's nothing worse than feeling lost, or like feeling like, why am I not getting the same results? And certainly, the worst thing that somebody else can do is to say, wait, I copied your build and it doesn't work, but did you do everything that I did? Are you at the same level as me? If not, then of course it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So I want everybody to be clear on that. Because at the end of the day, my job is to help you guys, and therefore, I have to tell you that there's an order to things, you know? So I hope that everybody recognizes that.
Be gone. Shield is damaged.
If at least you follow the order, you'll be alright.
Ah, my shield. See you later.
Okay, time to kill the geese.
New subscriber detected.
Oh, crud. I forgot that this guy has one more phase. There we go. Yeah, you can't really do that. Like I said, there is an order to things. Of course, my videos are helpful, but there's always going to be an order to things. So, look, I'll just link you the video. You study this. do not come back until you've gotten to hard mode. As in, do not come back to the other build videos because you're just going to frustrate yourself. Ultimate F2P server. Here, this one video is all you're gonna need. Alright? Every new player needs to watch this and master this. You learn that, you get to hard mode. That's all you need. After that, you can study whatever video you want. You can try to get ahead if you want. But until you are in hard mode, you should not be following any build guide. You should not be doing anything like that because you are wasting resources. I'm going to tell you that straight. You are going to be wasting resources. Again, some people might have an issue with the way that I talk or say things. You know, that's on them. I don't really care. What I'm here to do is give you guys proper information. So please, when you start your journey, follow that new player guide. That's all you do. Don't think about anything else. Just follow that all the way till the end. Then once you get to hard mode, that's when you can start following build videos and things like that. Have I done testing with the synergy between shield build with HP conversion and overwhelming shield? You just fully upgraded your shield conversion and lost almost 4k shield on your shield Freyna build. If you're talking about overwhelming HP and HP conversion, let me see HP conversion, just in case I think you're talking about a different mod. HP conversion shield, right? No. There should not be any problems because I have that on my mobbing build. And there is no other shield mod that will do better than that. Here. Well, I can't show that, I can tell you. I can show you. Here is, and everybody should know this by now because I've tested and proven this multiple times on stream. Let's say a setup like this, right? There is no other mod that you can use. So let's say we talk about max shield. There's no other mod you can use that will increase your max shields at all. Your choices are HP conversion, weighing the scales, and amplification control. There is no other way to increase your shield. So take a look at my shield stat right now. 23,037.29. What happens if I take out weighing the scale, I put in HP conversion, right? Put that in there. Okay, saved it. 25,670. So if you're going to use a setup like this where you're increasing your HP as much as possible, then using overwhelming shield and then using HP conversion, you will always end up getting more shield with HP conversion. There's not a single mod in the game that'll give you better max shield. You can apply any mod you like. Let me show you. Amplification control. Saved. 19,715. Okay. Again. Max shield. Weighing scales. 23,037. That's still 2,000 less, right? There's this myth going around, you know. 25,670. So there's been a myth going around that HP conversion is bad for shields. This is incorrect. All right. I've proven this multiple times on stream. HP conversion is the best way to actually get it. Even if you're reducing your max HP here, the amount of max shields that you're getting as a multiplier is huge. So when you're using a shield setup, this is the best bang for your buck. It is impossible to lose shields unless you did something wrong or changed an external component. If assuming the same external components, right there, exactly the same results. The only thing I can think of is that if that's the case, then it would be because the max HP value could be different. I am genuinely unsure. So I guess I don't really want to spend the resources right now to half upgrade it, but you can test it along the way. I don't know. The only thing I could see is that your max HP might be, like, the max HP value for the last step might be a big jump up in minusing the max HP, so that could potentially cause the problem. What's the myth, Michael? If I had the resources, I would, but yeah. But I don't think that could be the case, Jonathan. I genuinely don't think that could be the case. If you have the resources, you could test it yourself. I would love to see proof, but right now I don't want to spend the resources to test this. As far as I can tell, this is fine for me. But yeah, the only way that this could be adjusted, I can... Let me see if I have a HP conversion that is unupgraded. Okay, what I'll do... Actually, you know what? Okay. Walk a tightrope does not work when HP is set to 1. I've already tested and proven that.
Welcome to the Modules Lab.
Okay, so from base... No, you're only going to lose about 5% HP. That does not explain the drop. Because the difference is like 7%. But you're gaining like 20 something percent shield, so I don't believe so. So I don't think that's the case, Jonathan. It should not affect you by 4,000. So I just don't think that could be the case. There must be something else that went awry, or the numbers could have been seen wrong, or there could be a hidden bug. But if you kept his components the same, then nothing would change. So no, there could be a hidden bug or an interaction somewhere, but I'm doubtful. I'm very doubtful. Yes, it does. It does. It actually does. So what some people have been doing is that in place of the shield version, they've been using the first one, but the reason I don't is because I feel that for me the shield version's okay, because I already have a lot of base HP. Follow my Kyber farming guide. If you open up enough vaults and keep deleting modules, you'll end up with everything. No, HP on components obviously boosts the shield, but he said he kept his components the same. The problem is that he's talking about his module changing, because he upgraded his module and he says he lost 4% shield, 4k shields. I say this really shouldn't be the case. So yeah, nobody's debating that, N1. We all know that. Everybody and their grandmother knows that. The first day that I worked on Overwhelming Shield, and in fact in my Enzo video I already talked about it, the more you boost your HP, the more your shield goes up. So everybody knows that. That's not the issue. The issue is that he upgraded his module and lost shields. That's what he's saying. So there could be a bug or a hidden interaction somewhere that we don't know. But yeah. I mean, you can get more shields if you want. Like, it's not difficult, but it depends. And no, Jonathan, whoa, okay. Guys, let's clear the air here. Shield meta is not better on all characters. The shield meta is used for Deathstalker. You can also use it on other bosses, but you gotta understand that there's no point to doing so, because your regular gun builds are already gonna do more damage, and they're structured to do more damage already. The shield build ups your survival, but reduces your firepower usually because you have to spend 5 module slots on defense. 2 HP mods, 2 shield mods, and your overwhelming shield. So that's wasting 5 slots. So shield meta is literally only for Deathstalker. I want that clear, because having more shields is a waste of time. What are you gonna do with 20,000? Like, what are you gonna do with 29,000 shields? Genuine question. If you can kill the boss with 12,000 shields and barely take a lick of damage, and if you can kill him so fast that he doesn't even hurt you, what's the point in having 29,000 shields? You're wasting slots. You're also wasting value, right? So don't ever think in linear terms in this game. There is no one size fits all, and this game will never be the type of game that has a one size fit all. It doesn't work that way. Different strokes for different folks, different things for different situations. Rafi, I think you're completely misunderstanding. It's nothing to do with external components, Rafi. He's talking solely about the module. So it's nothing to do with components. He was talking solely about the module. Guys, when somebody's talking in chat and having a query, I understand that you guys want to contribute to the discussion, but you must understand what is the issue first. Don't shoot off your comments because you're muddying the situation. I'm going to clarify. What Jonathan Thompson said was that he upgraded his shield conversion module and it cost him shields, or so he believes. Right? I cannot verify that. So what I did was I went to the modules and showcased that HP conversion is indeed the best module and that it gives you the best gain on shields. He stated clearly that he kept the components, the external components, the same. Therefore, they are irrelevant. What stats are on them is irrelevant because that will not affect what a module does. We are all aware that you can squeeze out more value by having HP components. But this man was not asking about that. So before you guys comment on anything, please understand first what is the query of the individual. Because if we give people the wrong information, then we are just muddying the whole situation. So remember, never answer a question or never try to pose an answer without thoroughly understanding the background and everything that is being said. Because otherwise, we're all just confusing each other. And it's just going to go in this train of confusion. There's no point. All right? Efficiency. Even in answering questions, we should have efficiency. I know you just woke up, Haza. Was wondering where you were. But anyway, welcome back. I'm just chilling and doing my thing. But anyway, yeah. All right? I love that you guys want to answer questions. I appreciate the extra information. But please, before answering a question, understand the facts. Make sure you know what is being asked. Once you know that, it's all good. Thank you all for understanding that. Answering questions, helping others is a good thing. Always. But we also got to help them in the right way. Usually, Kurt, that's why I tend to take most questions myself. Work is tiring, guys. Believe me. Work is tiring. When I used to be an accountant, I barely had the spirit to come home and play. I still did. But it was hard. It was hard. It was tough stuff because every single day I was just suffering through it. Suffering through it. But yeah, I don't want people to feel shy about helping others. It's always a good thing to help. But just remember that you gotta know what you're talking about first, you know? People say I'm a perfectionist, but this is why I always say you gotta know perfectly what you want. If you don't, then you're gonna have a bad time, and you may cause others to have a bad time, you know? So I always try and make sure my knowledge is perfect first. That's a big suffering, DePaula. Used to be the same way for me. It wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. Working was so tough.
See you later.
It was difficult. And I think that that's why I ended up switching careers to becoming a YouTuber.
Damn it.
Mr. Dandino, what I'd say is don't worry too much. Welcome back. I'm glad you're safe. ETA 0 comes every week. So don't worry. Just make sure you watch my video on ETA 0 so you know what he has in stock. And every week I'll post a YouTube short. So this Friday, once he's back, I'll post another little YouTube short saying, hey, this is what he's got in stock, you know, make sure to check him out, all that kind of stuff. Y'all can look forward to that. But other than that, don't worry too much. And just enjoy the game, you know. Farm your ultimate Freyna or whatever else. Play the game as per normal. There's nothing special that you need to be doing. Alright, don't need to feel lost. This game does not change in terms of what you need to do. Farm what you like, farm the characters that you like, and off you go. Alright? That's all you gotta worry about. I'm gonna be clearing this a bit slower because of my Frost Watcher. Souls, did you watch my video on the Enduring Legacy? Because there's a little something called the DPS trap. You gotta be very careful of the DPS trap. I have no doubt that somebody can build a 1 million DPS Enduring Legacy. You build their build, you try that, then you build my build and you try it. And the difference will become very, very clear, is what I would say. What you should do is you should inform them about the DPS trap. I'm sure they'll be grateful for the information. There are many people that are still unaware that the DPS trap is even a thing. And I can understand how difficult and frustrating it might be when they don't have that information on hand. Maybe they don't know who I am. What you can do to help them out is, why don't you tell them about my Enduring Legacy and let them build the 1 million DPS, and then, or if you happen to play with those people, you let them build the 1 million DPS and then you out DPS them, and then you show them why people don't do that kind of thing anymore. There's no better results than seeing with your own two eyes. Actually, wait a second. Where is CG today? But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people still fall for the DPS trap. A lot of people fall for sensationalized videos. It's kind of like how in the news media out there, you can see people just falling for all sorts of nonsense. All it takes is somebody that they think is right to teach them the wrong way, and they'll believe it. But that's life. That's life for you.
Shield is down. See you later.
Gonna go grab that. And this.
Ah, shield. Ah, my shield.
The Enduring Legacy is a crit weapon. The only thing that I would use is, I believe, Charge Intensive, which can increase crit and firearm attack, but it conflicts with concentration priority. So that's why I didn't use it. You can test it for yourself, but your results will be worse. It'll look good on paper, but please remember that crits are a multiplier, whereas your regular attacks are just base increases. So you have to think for yourself. Let me see, do I even have it? I think I don't yet. This is the only one that I would potentially use. I don't have it yet, but amplification is bad. You do not want to reduce crits on a weapon that uses crits. 12 meters the max range for Ultra Freyna? No, it's longer than 12 meters for sure. Oh, you're talking about her skills. Let me just double check. Yes.
Do as I say. If you want to live.
It should be max expandable range 300%. Although there isn't one for the Toxic Puddle, but there is one for Room Zero Trauma, so yeah, 12 meters should be the max range. Although if you are going to 12 meters, that's pretty wild. Thanks, Jonathan. That information will help a lot. Thanks, Alpha Dad. Is Ultimate Freyna boss worthy? Unfortunately, no. The first 4 bosses are great. You get to Swamp Walker and then Big Trouble in Little China, you know? Yeah, I love what she can pull off for the first 4 bosses, but you know, when you get to a real boss, yeah, that don't go so well. This might take a little longer to clear, but
Feel the pain.
that's okay. As long as the kill is with Frostwatcher, I'm satisfied. Yep, she is the farming queen. In 400% anyway. Bunny has unfortunately been dethroned for the 400%, but Bunny still does well for the normal infiltrations and some of the other farming areas.
Shield is damaged. To your death. Oh, my shield.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Bunny definitely still dominates in those types of dungeons, as she was intended to. She is ultimately a speedster, so that is her entire role. There we go. I'm taking a bit longer, but this is certainly a more fun way of raising up my weapon proficiency, at least. I should hopefully be able to hit 40 on the next round.
Shield is down.
I hate that enemy that keeps sapping my mana.
See you later.
Hell dear, you jerk.
Damn it.
I mean, deleting Big E's first is fine, but Keldir, I swear to God, he just keeps sapping my mana. Sometimes I wonder if it'll be better to kill Keldir first, but Big E's is just easier. Much as I hate it. Oh, Big E saps it too. Okay, now I get it. I didn't know he could do that. Oh, that's a pain. At least he's dead now. Big E's, you nerd! Where'd Keldir go? There he is. Come here, Keldir. I want to make you regret everything.
Feel the pain.
Actually, wait. Haha! Now that's the way. Freyna has a story quest this season, yep. I'm sure it's very useful. I mean, based on what I've seen, it's a useful gun. But I have not seen anyone maining or even using Viesa. I have to be real about that. Because its ability is defeating an enemy grants you chill synchronization, and landing a critical hit on an enemy at a certain distance, the unique ability Cold Surveillance is applied. So this one, Cold Surveillance can reduce the chill resistance, and the other one is Sub-Zero Sensation, which has a 30% trigger chance but increases chill skill power, duration being 7 seconds. So yeah, it's a good one. So I can see why a lot of people would be into it. Like me personally, I think it'll be fantastic for Hailey as well, but overall, I gotta say, I don't know how good it'll prove to be in actuality. So I'm trying to raise it up slowly, and then I guess we'll see. No, I think I'm just going to use it as the main weapon and just shoot directly. Hello, Fenris. I think that would probably be a better use for it, but we'll see. I'll see if I can build it up to sniper levels. I probably will not use the full magazine capacity on it, though. There's other ways to improve my damage, but like I said, we'll see. I'm open-minded. Because I just want the boost. I'm doing good. I really can't complain, Fenris. Today is a decent enough day. You know what? I think what I need to do is very quickly. This is correct. This is correct. I need to save this preset. And then I'm gonna go apply this preset. Just check stats. Yeah, 750 for sprint speed is fine. I'm just gonna go speed run Magister's Lab. Just to have Frost Watcher in my hand. Oh yeah, sure. I don't mind, Track. Come on in. I've got about 26 minutes left of stream. I don't mind the company. I always never mind the company. I'll pick you up after this. Let me just get my Frost Watcher to 40. Well, Chris, if you say gachas would never, then what I would say is you might want to give that advice to Nexon. Or, unfortunately, go and play the gachas, but I would not recommend playing gachas. And Glock, you're not supposed to sort through your inventory when getting attacked. I think Nazastra's Devotion is a great weapon. That's my take on it. I think it's a fantastic weapon. I just think it's good at what it does, and yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, Jonathan? So, what's the T? What's the answer? I'm curious now.
HQ here. Commence mission to recapture Magister Lab.
What's this Freyna doing? Well, are they in a normal mission anyway? They should be in a 400. Ah, yes, you do. Ha! There you go. There you go, Jonathan. I knew the results would be something weird, but yep, okay. Well, at least now you know the answer, right? Don't ever catalyze when testing. LOL. Absolute failure. Well, either way, at least now you have your answer. It's okay. Everybody has their moment. A lot of the time, this is why sometimes there's a lot of misinformation videos that go out there, and like once you actually do the real test on stream, you don't get the same results. So I can understand completely. Don't sweat it too much. Out for that, bro. Why are you deleting, man? You should just buy a character slot, bro. It's cheap. Heck, you can now get them free every week. Like, bro, what are you doing? Deleting characters. What a nerd. Okay. Everybody is still gonna shame you, though. Shame. 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 Imagine deleting a single character. There are no excuses for anything.
Mission complete.
There's no forgiveness and no mercy. This world only exists to make people suffer. Oh my god, why is my thing still stuck there? Okay, I'm gonna go pick up track. And we have to run one Magister's Lab, just one. Damn it. No, you cannot. And one, you can only level the character once to 40. That's it. And you cannot make multiple characters to try and game the system in that way. Otherwise, everybody would be mastery rank 30. Because I'm sure that some wild nerd out there will game the system. So no. Well, bro, I would say pay your rent, dude. But after you pay your rent, make sure you register me as a creator. Nightbot just put up the link there. Nightbot Psychic and knows. Register me as a creator, then buy the skin next month. There you go. Okay. We'll just do a real quick one, 100%. Just you and me. Clear it, and off we go.
HQ here. Commence mission to recapture Magister Lab.
They released the 400% dungeons.
Yeah.
Regular dungeons are so empty.
Yep.
They're so big.
That's the whole reason why they should just do 400 everything.
My shields.
I'm happy to hear that, Mr. Dandino. Just make sure you register me as your creator before buying, yeah? I'd be grateful for the support. Alright, just hit that link that Nightbot put up. It's less than 2 minutes, you can do it. Alright, I'm counting on you guys. Any 400% levels you fast, dude. Works on any 400%. The only thing is, I'm just trying to get this one last bit of weapon XP, that's all. And I'll be able to get it from this guy. That's all I want. I just want that little bit of weapon proficiency at the end. If I get it, I'm satisfied. Because otherwise I have to catalyze mid-dungeon. That annoys me. I like to go into my 400% like fully active. Oh, I have an accent if I want to put it on. I just choose not to. Well, and one. that sounds like that streamer is a maximum level dumbass, because who would just randomly believe their chat like that? It also sounds like he's not official if he didn't even know the basics, because woof, that sounds dumb. Alright, got my level 40. And ladies and gents, let that be a lesson. That's the difference between professionals and the unprofessionals. Professionals don't fall for stupidity. Okay, time to jam another module in here. Please bear with me. Give me 1 second. Okay, great. Now I have... Let's put in weak point site. Weak point aiming. This should work. Let me actually bother leveling this up. I'll tell you, I'll let you in on a little secret, N1. There's lots of creators. There's a clear difference between the professional ones and the ones that are less than professional. Which is why I'm pretty sure you're hanging out here with me. I remember when this game first came out, there were tons of creators. 99% were non-professional. The 1% that was, well, that was a different story. That's why you see so many, like, the actual creator numbers are very high. Yeah, there's a lot, and like anybody can get in the program. They don't mind. Nexon lets everybody in, but there's a clear difference between the professional ones and those that don't know what they're doing. So, but again, that's how it is with most things. It's just that usually games have a partnership requirement. This one surprisingly doesn't. All right, we'll go into the normal 400%. Sorry, almost forgot my Freyna. Going back. Apply. All right. But yeah, anybody can become a creator because he may blow up one day, but usually in order to blow up or do well, you have to get professional. And I don't mean like professional setup, dude. I'm actually on a budget setup right now in Australia, but the thing is that to be a professional, first and foremost, it starts with knowing the rules of the game, and having a certain methodology to how you create content, things like that. Anybody can get in the program. It doesn't mean you're a professional. Professional is a different standard, but usually the professional ones are making a living off their content creation. Okay, let's go.
Where are we going?
400%. Just go smack stuff.
Which one? Adios.
Yep. Yes, motion blur should always be off, dude. Never turn motion blur on, because motion blur is really bad for most video games. On PC, I always turn it off anyway. Not only does it help, but it's just a better setting to like not have on. This game will last a long time. But there's a lot of people that are currently celebrating its demise. And for those types of people, I just say, well, listen, you know, I'll see you guys in about 2-3 years, just like Warframe. Like back when Warframe was like 20-30k players, like everybody was like, oh, dead game. Happens with every game these days, I think. And I get that people have games that they want to support, or people get bored. You know, I'm not gonna lie. So even some of my own people have found boredom in this, and that's okay. Like even I like to play certain other things or do other things in between in my downtime, but you know.
I don't know how they got bored already. There's so many characters. Dude.
Not everybody enjoys experimenting with everything.
You just find that one character's alright, this is it. Oh, there's no more content. I was like, what do you mean? There's like 20 characters.
The fact of the matter is that, just so you know, Cyber Lazarus, and maybe this is a terminology difference in your country, it could be, but anytime you say creator, it has nothing to do with the creator of the game. Anytime you see creator, it means content creator. Because developers are called, those who code or do things like that are called devs. So, just so you know, this is the wording in the industry. This is literally industry standard wording. Anytime you see the word official creator, it usually means content creator. When you see developer, that is the person who codes the game and things like that. So just be aware that it might throw you, and I know you mean no disrespect, but this is an industry standard. So pretty much everybody in the industry, when you say creator, they know what you're talking about. Now, there is a synonym, partner. So sometimes instead of creator, games will use the term partner. So to signal somebody that's in a position like me, different from a developer, but creates content on the game, etc., etc., so on and so forth. Yeah, we're called partners or creators, but most programs that I've found, they use the word creator. Partner may not necessarily be paid. Like, it could also be like a commission-based thing. Like Nexon is a commission-based thing. I do not get paid by them directly to create content. Mine is all commission basis. Drop rates are fine, Tenor. They've never been a problem. They've always been fair. And if you're hoping that they'll ever change drop rates, they won't. The only time they've changed drop rates was with Hailey, because Hailey's drop rate was way too low. And people were complaining that it would take 12 days to get Hailey, roughly. So yeah. Yes, a partner is under contract. Creators are also under contract, by the way. All creators and partners are under contract, usually. It'll be called a creator agreement, partner agreement, whatever. It's all the same. It's just that you may not always be paid. So please be aware of that. I am a YouTube partner, and YouTube is the one that basically pays all my stuff. But Nexon pays me a commission based on my supporters. Although I really don't care about that. Like I said, the commission is not large here. So for me, I make content in the game because I mostly make my viewership money off that. Hey, Keldeer. Yep, drop rates are usually not something they change much, man. That we are in agreement on. Okay, that's good.
Yo, robot, right? 12 meters is the max range, right? For
Yeah.
Freyna.
Yeah, I answered you earlier. Yeah, it is.
I don't know, I keep doubting myself. I keep on looking at it. It's like, why doesn't the math not adding up in my head? But it's so
It's
simple.
300%, dude. So it'll always go to 12%. Either way, do you really need more than 11? Unless you're really hoping for some weird stuff.
No, I was just looking at the numbers and my brain's just not functioning. As hopping on later.
I don't know. I'm just texting her right now just to find out what we're doing later. Anyway, I got time for one more run, and we'll finish out there. Oops, sorry. Send us back to Albion. Well, the thing is, right, this is not Nexon. Nexon is the overall company, but the dev team that's handling this is different from the dev teams handling other games, which is why I think they've got such a different direction. I mean, there's no danger of playing with 1 HP because they have to get through your shields to get to your hit points, so it's not exactly dangerous. In fact, the shield builds are some of the safest. Alright, one more run. Here we go. Congratulations, Mad Max. I'm happy to hear that. But yeah, do take note that this is a different dev team. And the drop rates are fine, man. They're way better than a lot of other MMOs, but yes, there are some frustrating bottlenecks. Like, for example, farming certain missions for 2.5% drop rate. Like, hell no, bro. But yes, TFD dev team has definitely done very well. I respect their work and the amount of effort they put in. Okay, good, good, good. Nice.
Feel the pain.
Yeah, unfortunately there's gonna be a few things that are gonna test your patience. But that's normal for any game, I think. That's not how that works, Cyber Lazarus. Last hit does not steal rewards from others, so...
What? What game is that?
I don't know, man.
Maybe it's an RNG luck thing. He feels like he's getting a placebo.
See you later.
Yeah, okay, I think he was just trying to joke around.
Yeah. But imagine. Nah.
That would be a very, very ancient MMO kind of thing. Not exactly the best. I think some ancient MMOs had that kind of thing. Hey, Cass.
Hi.
You.
Oh,
Yeah, it's my last run and I'm almost done.
fuck.
Track decided to call out of work. Plays game.
What I like to hear.
Started working, then like 15 minutes in, I'm like, not
Okay.
not today.
Today is not a work day. Today is a sick day.
Lol.
My boss has been telling me I have so much unused sick hours. I gotta use them. So. Right?
Trying to sort myself out. I'm all tangled here. There we go.
Yeah.
Epic, yep.
Right, what we doing?
Whatever you want, if you want to just chill. Because I'm
No, I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna know.
I'll decide after stream then. Almost done.
Feel the pain.
Okay, grand. Alright. I'll take us back to town. And then I can end stream. Lol,
A lot of
Glock
good
Tony.
conversations today in the stream. A lot of good conversations I heard
Yep.
earlier.
No, it's good to see new faces, people turning in. I like it. I like more people turning up.
And I don't know, for whatever reason, I just felt like the chat session today, a lot more constructive questions and moving things forward.
No, definitely.
Good
You
job,
know?
chat.
And I think that that's good too.
Then had people testing their stuff on stream, then oh, come back, false report, never mind.
Yep. Okay. Alright, ladies and gents. It is the end. Thank you guys for joining us today. Not only did we have good viewership, there was lots of good conversations as well. Very, very happy with that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Catch you guys in the... Oh, sorry. I will not see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. There's no stream in the morning. I have stuff to do in the morning. So I will not be here in the morning. I will be here in the evening though. So do look out for that. The mobbing build for Freyna will also drop tomorrow. So please look forward to that. Thank you all very much. I will see your beautiful faces on the next one. Okay? Don't do anything weird while I'm gone. Catch you later.